Peace and Rest by Bertha Harlow. Peace, perfect peace, by thronging duties pressed, to do the will of Jesus, this is rest. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. John 14:27. When we know we are doing the will of Jesus, then it is that we realize what it is to be able to rest in God. It does not signify what our surroundings may be when we have the assurance in our hearts that we are just where the Lord would have us be, and that we are doing the work He would have us do, no matter how menial that work may seem to us. If it is only washing dishes, we can enjoy that peace which God has promised to give. Even if we have bodily infirmities, we can rest in Him. He who sees the end from the beginning knows what is best for us. So when in pain, we can still have the peace of God in our hearts. For He says to each one of us, even as He said to Paul, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12:9. Paul prayed thrice that the thorn in his flesh might be removed, but God did not see fit to remove it, but He assured him that His grace would sustain him. We have at times, perhaps, thought it strange that we should have to lie on a bed of pain when there is so much to be done, and we are longing to be up and doing. But the Lord is perhaps trying our faith, which, He says, is more precious to Him than gold that perisheth. Truly God sees not as man sees. We sometimes think if we had perfect health, how much more we could do for the Master. But would we do it? We think we would, but God knows. It may be, if we had those things we crave most, that we would not appropriate them to God, but would grow indifferent to His cause, and drift off into the world. Let us rest assured that God doeth all things well. For now we can but see through a glass darkly, but then, by and by, if we are faithful, face to face. We know that all things work together for good to them that love God, Romans 8:28, and that He has His hand on the lever of circumstances, so nothing can come to us without His knowledge. Take courage then, and rest in the Lord. God doeth all things well. I do not always know what lies before me, or what of trial or test may be in store. My steps are ordered, God will do the choosing. He knows the way I take, need I know more? I do not know the reason for each testing. The lessons I must learn I cannot tell, or why I'm led through valleys deep and lonely. I only know He doeth all things well. If the path I walk seems steep and rugged, and I must labor long to reach the goal, there's always one close by my side to help me. He brings sweet rest and comfort to my soul. And from the pages of God's book before me, He speaks the words that all my fears dispel. And though I do not know the why nor wherefore, I can be sure He doeth all things well. Then I will rest in Him and take fresh courage, and trust His promise not to leave me ever. New strength supplied to carry on the battle, new hope that I the victor's crown shall wear. It is enough to be of God beloved, to have the Lord within my heart to dwell, to have the peace that passeth understanding, content to know He doeth all things well.